Well, I grew up in Cygnet, Tasmania. I went to school in Cygnet at St James College, through to Guildford Young College, went to University of Tasmania, and then I started working for an accounting firm here in Hobart. I worked there for quite some time, and while I was doing that I was playing and coaching before I decided to make a change and look towards coaching full time. It's always been a big part of my life. I've loved basketball since I was little, and in the 90s when Jordan was in his prime and the NBL was really strong league and had great promotion, I just fell in love with the game and have been involved with it ever since. Part of the reason I coach is I love basketball, but I also like helping people. And our team, I was playing for the Grenadiers Basketball Club here in the men's competition in the south of Tasmania, and we didn't have a coach, and so we ended up somewhat doing it by committee, and then I ended up taking the reins and taking ownership of that role while I was still playing and not playing very well. When I first decided to move away from the accounting and go into coaching full time, I took a job with Basketball Tasmania and was there for a year before getting an opportunity to go and work for the NBA Global Academy and work for Tasmanian Bloodlines member Marty Clark in Canberra, and then I was there for the last 4 years, and that was a great and a rewarding experience. Then when that program closed in July this year, I was obviously in need of work, and fortunately an opportunity arose here at the Jack Jumpers, so I feel really lucky that I've been able to land in a position such as I have. One great thing about the Jack Jumpers is how community-based and supportive they are of fellow Tasmanians, and so when I was working for the Academy in Canberra and I'd come back to visit family and friends over certain holiday breaks, they were always welcoming. Scott and the team were always welcoming of me to come in and see practices, so there was a relationship there with the existing staff, and I had a bit of a feel for how the Jack Jumpers did things. And so when it came to the decision about where might I be able to try and find a job next, I knew that the Jack Jumpers was a place that I'd like to go and work. It's been it's a rewarding job. It's certainly challenging. I've certainly grown as a coach, and what it's done for me is helped to grow my network and relationships with players, staff, the community, everybody involved. It makes me really proud as a Tasmanian to be able to coach for this organisation. I love the congratulations and the supportive messages I get after we play a game and we get a win. I get heaps of messages from family and friends, and so I'm certainly proud to be a Tasmanian and to be part of this organisation. I think the most important thing is supporting the direction and the vision of the club through the head coach. The other one is being there for the players and being supportive of them, being a shoulder for them if they have problems, that they can lean on me. It's about helping them develop as players and as people, and ultimately just being here to do whatever is needed for the club. But really, one is being a resource for Scott and being a resource to the players to help however I can. I think I hold myself accountable through ensuring that I do the best I can in whatever I'm doing, and just give my best effort regardless of what the job or the task is. If I give my best effort, I know that I can be held accountable for and responsible for doing those jobs. And then it's also a self-reflection is really important with accountability, and can you reflect on what you've done, your actions, can you improve, how can you become better and do a better job next time. Part of it's doing the best you can, but just doing it every day, and do your job, go to work, and that's a great thing that Jackies have done here and build a real culture of hard work and development. So ultimately it's just about putting your hat on, getting after it every day and doing the best job you can. Trust is everything with whatever organisation you have, but in particular with sports teams, you must have trust amongst everybody involved, and that comes from working together, it comes from being vulnerable, it comes from experiences. Trust is the most important thing in an organisation, for sure. Pound the rock is our mantra, and it effectively means every day we're going to come in and we're going to continue to get better piece by piece. And if we continue to do that daily and build those great habits and pound that rock daily, hopefully there's a reward at the end of the season, which is a championship or that rock splitting. And so our ability to come in every day, pound a rock, represent Tasmanians the right way, will hopefully lead to a really positive outcome at the end of the season. It's a really enjoyable job. I think the hardest part is just finding enough time in the day to do everything that's required. And when you have X number of staff you're working with, as well as all the players, and you try and look after them. Being organised and being prepared for the scouts and what's happening next. It takes a lot of time, and it's enjoyable and rewarding, but I think the hardest part is just the time management piece and making sure that everything's in line and you're as organised as best as possible. The best part of the job is the relationships you form, in addition to representing your state and being able to represent my state with pride. I think that's certainly the best part of the job. And working basketball is pretty fun too. So.